Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, practice number 2 told us everything we need to know about the USC football program last year. Listen, if one practice had to tell us, and we had to pick one practice as to what type of information and all the information that we can get, I'm telling you, this last practice yesterday will tell us everything. And I'm going to tell you why, because there were several comments that took place that were made yesterday by Mason, by Jamil Muhammad, by Lincoln Riley, by DeAnton Lynn. Everybody was saying a whole lot of comments and making a whole lot of comments that really gave us better insight as to where this program was last year. And listen, let me say this first because I want to address this, and I think I really have to, really kind of reiterate this because I think a lot of people get lost in the sauce and they really confuse this totally. They go back, they try to reflect back, and they say things like, "We should have did this a long time ago." Well, here's my rebuttal. Here's my argument as it relates to that. We couldn't have did it a long time ago, because the fact that these coaches, and I will always say that, these coaches might have not been available if Lincoln Riley would have fired Alex Grinch 1 year earlier. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Lincoln Riley, the timing was absolutely perfect. It was perfect for Matt Inch. It was perfect for DeAnton Lynn. Think about if we would have did it a year before. DeAnton Lynn wasn't even the defensive coordinator for UCLA, right? So we couldn't have done it the year before. The right pieces right now. Listen, when you bake a cake, the cake has to have all the proper ingredients. You got to have your batter, you got to have your sugar, you got to have your cinnamon, you got to have everything that you need in order to make a good foundation with the cake. You got to have the cake, the right proper ingredients. And all the ingredients weren't available to us. That's what I want a lot of people to really understand. So going back and reflecting back and saying we wanted this done a long time ago, it couldn't have happened. The same staff wouldn't have been available. Lincoln Riley, Eric Henderson, he might have not been available, right? Aaron Donald might have not even been deciding to retire. It's something that, a lot had to do with that. But I think it was just timing, as I stated before, as it relates to a guy like Eric Henderson. Now, when you look at what took place yesterday in practice and you listen to some of the comments, we got to talk about Braylon Shelby's comments because Jamil Muhammad said this. Let me talk about Jamil Muhammad's comments real quick. Jamil Muhammad talked about the elephant in the room. Well, the elephant in the room was, of course, we know that it was Alex Grinch. We know that it was the scheme, right? Everybody knows that. That's pretty self-explanatory. But also the other elephant in the room was some of the players, the style of player, the more athletic, I guess, smaller looking player, the Alex Grinch. That was what he desired to have. And look, Jamil Muhammad addressed it. He said that was the elephant in the room. And talking about all the guys getting bigger, Jamil Muhammad, coincidentally, he's gained 10 pounds. He talked about how he gained a lot of weight. But the biggest one for me was not only Jamil Muhammad, then you had Mason Cobb. And then, one of the crazy comments that Mason Cobb made, not crazy, one of the interesting comments that Mason Cobb made was this. Not only that I think he came in at 224, he said he gained like 10 pounds. He's now at 234. But not only did he say that, he talked about Matt Inch. He said, I've never had, and listen to me clearly. He says, I never had a linebacker coach that teaches this technique, that's this technical, that's this informed on the position. This is not verbatim. I can't remember his exact comments, but he said, I've never had a coach like this. He said, this has been one of the toughest off seasons. They talked about the 8-week stretch that these guys had of getting big. And Braylon Shelby, I think he's the one that really knocked it out of the park for me. He hit an absolute home run. Listen to some of the things he says. I love the way Braylon Shelby, I love his energy, the way he articulates himself. He really, has a lot of energy up there, and I think it's straight up go time with him. But the fact that he went from 240 to like 255, I mean, he's absolutely, I think it may be a little bit more than that. But he gained 20 pounds. But he talked about his meal plan. He talked about what he's eating on a regular basis. And my God, this is how you This is how you have to do it. But let me tell you this. Some of the things also as well, you know, as I alluded to about this press conference, how it told us everything we needed to know. Mason Cobb said this, and this is very interesting. I mean, he basically admitted it. He said, um, guys had to eat, and he's talking about the previous year, the past year. Guys had to eat, and it's just that. Once you eat a lot, you start getting used to it, and your stomach gets used to it. But so he talked about the mandatory meals, and he talked. Listen, this stuff wasn't implemented last year, and that's why I tried to tell a lot of people. You see people with the Benny Wiley hate. The Benny Wiley hate is just gone absolutely rampant, and now the fact that Mason Cobb and all these guys, you see Mason Cobb admits it. He said guys just have to eat. You have to get used to it. The mandatory meals. Guys are now being made to absolutely eat. Jamil Muhammad talked about that being an elephant in the room. So now we got a situation where these guys were essentially just not being this was directives we know that was given to Benny Wiley, and it came from the top. It had nothing to do with Benny Wiley. Braylon Colley's excuse me, I said Braylon Colley. By the way, Braylon Colley is at USC checking out the practice. But Braylon Shelby said Benny Wiley is the best coach, strength and conditioning coach. He's talked about how he's gained so much weight. But I want you guys to listen to some of this stuff that Braylon Shelby said, man, because this kid, he's absolutely, man, he's a super bright kid. And I absolutely love everything that he has going right now for him. But check this out, what Braylon Shelby had to say real quick. Let's go listen to this.
Stronger. I feel like I can move the same, creating more power, especially coming off the edge. Yeah. I would say in the morning, I make sure you gotta have carbs, especially Miss Rachel. She helps out a lot. Carbs. Me personally, I always get a scramble, 5-egg scramble. Then I always get waffles with it, Powerade, and make sure I get my fruits as well. So I get like a parfait and a banana as well. And then throughout the day, I eat again around like 11, like a good meal. Then after that, I have weight room or whatever we do practice. And I try to eat at least 2 to 3 more times before I go to sleep.
What's different about the strength program this time around?
So what was different about it? The way that they were on our weight. If you didn't make weight, say one day, you would have to do plate pushes. And not want to do plate push, obviously, help the whole team gain weight collectively. And myself, I found fun in gaining weight and seeing my number on that scale go up, seeing I get stronger in the weight room. That was just all it was.
All right, so you guys see it there for yourself, man. These guys are now being made. It's the mandatory meals being made, and it's taking place. And so, look, man, I think it's straight up go time. You guys, look, I think we're gonna see a team that's absolutely, totally different. So, look, man, I need you guys to tap in with me. I will be going live with the guy that's very, very big on Twitter. His name is Fight On Rusty, and we're going to go live on Saturday at 3 p.m. West Coast time. And he's on Twitter, 6 p.m. East Coast time. We will be going live. We're going to talk about USC football on Saturday. It's going to be straight up go time, on it popping, on it cracking, man. So you guys drop those comments in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Benny Wiley got the raw deal. It's straight up go time, man. So look, man, you guys hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. And listen, I've been kind of slacking, but a lot of people have been tapping in. They've been buying this stuff. But don't forget, man, you guys can go to buckedup.com and use promo code USCJ32. You will get a discount. They have multiple products. I take these energy shots. I also use their energy drinks, keep some in the fridge just in case I don't want to take the energy shots. They have multiple products that you can get. If you're into fitness, health and fitness, they have multiple products you can get. My man Blackie Chan, they do a program called Light the Torch. He got his. He showed me his bill. It was like $30 off of that. And so, look, man, it's real. Use USCJ32. You will get a discount. So, look, man, I'm out of here. Until later on, listen, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.